Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pascack Clutch Podcast. I'm Matthew Merlino, joined by my esteemed group of co-hosts Alex McKay, Sam Koppelman, Michael McKay, and Sean Barry. Let's waste no time and get into school sports because the spring sports season here in New Jersey has just started. It started on April the 1st. That was baseball and softball opening day. Baseball got a 7-2 win at Indian Hills in their first divisional game. Softball got a huge win against Ridgefield Park. I believe the final in that was 14-1. Yesterday, we had a lot of games that were scheduled to play. Rain said no to that. We did have boys lacrosse. They unfortunately lost to Dwight Englewood 9-7. I believe that was a divisional game. Coming up this week, today, we hopefully will have softball, but it looks like Mother Nature won't let us do that. If we do, that'll be tape delayed. You'll see that probably tomorrow morning right here on the PH Athletics YouTube channel. They take on Ridgefield Park once again. Tomorrow, we should have baseball. They're making up their game that was supposed to happen yesterday against Indian Hills. If that doesn't happen due to weather, we'll have boys lacrosse against Park Ridge. Friday, baseball against Wayne Valley. That doesn't really mean anything except state tournament qualification. And then Saturday, we'll have the Tom Caccelli Classic between Dwight Englewood and Pascack Hills in baseball. That'll be 11 a.m. Saturday, but tape delayed, so you should see that later on Saturday. And that does it for school sports. Quick recap because we just started. As one sport ends, with it being college basketball, another one gets started with Major League Baseball. But going to college basketball, the Final Four set, NC State, big win over Purdue. They're your upset, I guess you could say, even though they're not really an upset. You can see them in the ACC tournament. They won it over Duke, Virginia, and North Carolina, beating all of them. They'll take on the big man, Zach Edey, and Purdue. 2-1 seeds, Purdue and UConn. Alabama, the lone remaining team, they're a 4 seed. It's Alabama against UConn, NC State against Purdue. Who's going to win the battle of the big man, DJ Burns or Zach Edey?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a really toss-up because it's like
I'm gonna give it to DJ Burns.
I feel like Burns could be close to Edey. I feel like Edey will still win. NC State, they're gonna have better guards though.
I agree. I agree. Purdue's entire team seems just centered around Edey. They really don't have anybody except that guy who went off against Wagner or Stetson, whoever they played in the first. Now Grambling State. But other than that, NC State is better all around, and they've got the upset coming in, and they've got DJ Burns, who's pretty much become the star of the tournament.
Yeah. I think that Purdue's still gonna pull away though, but it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
I think NC State will get to the national championship, but I don't think they'll win because I think
UConn's too good.
Yeah.
UConn hasn't lost a game by under.
They just dominated against everyone, just like Villanova did in 2018.
I saw I think it was CBS Sports posted the last time each team made the Final Four. First, UConn was last year. NC State was 1983.
when they won with Jim Valvano.
Alabama's never made it to the Final Four.
It was a battle. Alabama and Clemson had not made the Final Four.
It was
before.
a football rivalry going
Football
on.
rivalry on the basketball court, yes. And Alabama got their first Final Four bid, and Purdue hadn't made the Final Four since 1980, I believe. 80 on the dot.
No, I think it's more recent, but it
was sometime in the 80s, and I think it was 1980 on the dot.
I think
they had only made it twice, and I think the last one was
NC
1980.
State has definitely been. I think it was
NC State was 83 because they won it that year with Jim Valvano. That was the running across the court thing that everybody plays. But I think this should be an all right Final Four. I think it should be. The problem is it's on TBS, and all the good Final Fours are on CBS.
UConn, in their past tournament games this month, they beat Stetson by 39. They beat Northwestern by 17. They beat San Diego State by 30, and then they beat Illinois by 25. So they haven't won a game over 15 points. It's just like they're too good.
How about UConn going on a 30-0 stretch at the end of the Illinois game?
Yep.
Yeah. Not even at the end. It was like start of the
second half. Yeah.
Start of the second half.
I see two ways of this championship going. I'm looking more towards Bama and UConn. I feel like if Bama could get the upset,
not even close. This is why you don't
There's
know
no
college
way.
basketball.
Then I was gonna.
There's no way.
UConn wins.
I'm
If Illinois couldn't, Bama is not upsetting.
UConn clears for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah,
Yes.
UConn's. I feel like they're gonna
No
go back.
matter who they.
No
play,
matter. They're going
back to
NC
back.
State or Purdue.
No matter what.
Donovan Clingan, the big man, and while NC State has good guards, UConn's just better.
UConn,
If you're
it's UConn we're talking about. This is the team that just won the national
They're
championship last year.
They're the
UConn
only
basically
favorite.
has the money line
Wait, huh.
to win, and B they also have the best odds to win.
No, it's fine. Michael was just like, this is UConn here. We're talking about win national championship. Meanwhile, he was saying maybe Bama could get the upset. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I-
No way. There's no way.
Yeah.
Stop flipping.
Come on, guys. This is UConn here.
This is UConn we're talking about. Yeah, the reigning national champions. The 3 losses on the year. They were the only favorite to win their conference tournament in the
And they
major
lost to my
conferences.
Seton Hall
And
Pirates.
they lost to the Seton Hall Pirates. Yes.
There's no way.
Who are
that-
about to win the NIT, by the way, over Indiana
Yeah.
State. That should be a good game, that NIT final. I think that's today or
Okay,
tomorrow.
so it says that there's 7
Oh,
teams.
boy.
Oh, here
that-
come the stats.
No, that
Here we go. Here we
It
go.
says there's only 7 teams that have ever gone back to back in March Madness. So I think we're gonna get 8.
I think we're going to get
Yeah.
number 8. I think we're going to get it.
We should
And we'll have Dan Hurley on after.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do the predictions. I'm not going to write them down, but let's just say them. NC State, UConn wins.
UConn.
I think we're all in agreement there.
NC State.
Even if it
Oh.
even if it isn't NC
TJ
State,
Burns.
even if it isn't NC State that goes, I think it's
It's UConn either
UConn
way.
either way.
NC State Purdue should be a good game, but
Yeah.
I
still think UConn's go. I only say NC State because I do not want UConn to win, and I do not like UConn.
UConn's all right, but
Yeah.
I like them more
Well,
than I do Villanova.
Their full name is Connecticut. They literally just shortened it for UConn because they're lazy because they don't want to say the full word Connecticut.
Well, they've had.
It was always Connecticut, but they did UConn because they're lazy because they don't want to say the full word.
Everybody.
Like imagine shortening something like just say Connecticut.
Well,
Nah, we want to be UConn.
I mean-
we don't want to say Connecticut.
I mean,
Bama-
It's too long.
I mean, Bama's just nice to say.
Yeah. But it's
Whatever.
Whatever.
Doesn't make a difference.
Does not matter.
Like if you're a state college, LSU for like, but if you're just Connecticut, like bro,
Just say, yeah, it's a state name. It's a state name. Well, that men's Final Four is happening in Phoenix. Over in Cleveland, Friday and Sunday is the women's Final Four. 12.3 million watched that Iowa LSU national championship rematch in which Iowa won. Caitlin Clark, of course, the star of the tournament. They'll take on the other UConn Huskies with Paige Beckers, I believe.
Mhm.
That's the later game. The earlier game, NC State, is in the women's Final Four along with the men's Final Four. They take on South Carolina, who I believe is undefeated as of yet.
So I think
That'd be
they're
interesting.
the 1 seed.
They're the overall 1 seed. Iowa's also a 1 seed. NC
Mhm.
State and UConn are both 3 seeds. That should be fun to watch, although we haven't really watched much of it, so we can't really talk about it.
Yeah.
just a good mention. But something that we have watched in the start of the year, at least you guys have watched, Major League Baseball. As one sport ends with college basketball, another begins Major League
Mhm.
Baseball. Opening day about a week ago now, last Wednesday,
Mhm.
March 28th. And we had some things to talk about. I'll mention the Yankees because they just won 4 straight against the Astros. Doesn't really matter. Absolutely not, because we just got donkey-assed on by Arizona. 7-0 last night. But Sean, I know as our resident Brewers fan, I know you want to talk about the Brew Crew in their first series at Flushing Meadows.
Yeah. So
He's tired.
we swept them.
It's a rainy Wednesday.
First game we won 3-1. Second game we won 7-6. Third game we won 4-1. Christian Yelich, he hit a home run in that series. He also hit some RBIs. He has 6 hits in total right now. And yeah.
I'm the stat guy.
Oh, what a
METS suck.
Oh, what? You can't steal that from Mike.
And Yelich hit his second homer of the night of the season last night.
You're very excited about this. You were saying the entire week before that you were going to come in here and you were going to be screaming at Alex specifically because he was a Met fan.
Guess what I got?
I
Guess
thought-
who messaged me?
did you go to bed at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, I was messaging him on Instagram.
At like 1:30 in the morning.
No, stop. I was on Instagram.
He said the thing.
Stop.
Now
He
he's
goes,
excited.
"You got
Now he's
swept," and then
excited.
says
Here we
3
go.
emojis.
I don't know.
We
We
flipped
flipped
the
the switch, guys.
No, stop.
Lost
Yo,
to
let me
the
talk. Let me talk.
Tigers,
Let me
and
talk.
then goes 0-4
Yeah.
at home.
Let me talk. I'm up at 2 a.m. on my phone. I'm on Instagram. Nick
It's
said,
1:12.
I see. I'm like,
Wait, let me see.
It's 1:12.
on my Instagram. I'll be like, oh shoot, Jocks is active. I'm with,
But he also,
Bums,
all
go to
he
bed at
said
9
is-
o'clock like normal people. Come on.
You go to bed at a normal time.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, all he's been
'Cause I'm
sending me
not
for the
weird.
past week is how the Mets.
Actually,
were
that is
lose.
probably weird compared to everybody in this school. My
oh
gosh.
shit.
Well, going to bed at 9.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't
Where
fall
is
asleep
your
till 2.
responsibility?
I go to bed when I'm tired.
Which is 4 a.m.
I'm awake though.
Barely.
That's crazy. You get 3 hours of sleep. I don't understand how you're able to do that. Well, you aren't. We saw that right now, but now we got you excited. And
Well-
speedball next period's gonna get you excited.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Anything else to talk about in the MLB? I
Oh.
didn't watch
Okay,
much.
so Bryce Harper,
Alex knows.
Mhm.
3 home runs, including a grand slam. I mean, apparently he broke a record. He is the most recent player to go to have a 3 home run game after going hitless to start the season. He's apparently the first to do so since 1900.
1900.
But yeah, according
Wow.
to ESPN, it's 1900, which is crazy, being that a baseball stat has not been broken in 124 years.
Yeah. That's.
I mean, I think almost every stat has been broken since then.
You would think, especially in the steroid era.
Better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Nope.
Oh, also, there are only 3 undefeated teams right now in MLB, and that's the Brewers, the Detroit Tigers, but Sauce won. No, you, damn it.
I
I'd say
pitched
it.
this to all of them whenever we met last, but the question I have is,
Hold on.
Is-
Let's answer Sean's
Oh yes, the
question first.
Pirates are undefeated right now.
Pirates.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Pirates are undefeated.
Guess
Pirates
who
have
They,
been
they
started that way last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
4-0
no,
or
they at
5-0?
one point I remember they were 22-8 and then lost like 16 straight games.
Listen to this. The Rays, who were on a absolute tear at the beginning of last year. Remember that they were on like
Mhm.
Nearly
Yeah, 13-0, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
First team to do so.
they're
since 2000.
3-3 and they're last in the American League East.
Well, they lost Wander Franco, so womp womp.
Mm-hmm. Womp womp.
Mm.
More like
back-
let's go mining.
Back to what Michael was saying, because this is
I-
an interesting question.
I have a real. Alright, so, is Detroit sports starting to regain popularity?
I guess they're. I guess-
Absolutely not. Have you seen the Pistons?
Once the Pistons
Okay, forget
win
the
a game-
Pistons.
Talking about
Let's
the
let's talk
Tigers.
about all of the interesting stuff.
If
the-
we're thinking about it, the
Right,
Lions
just
made
the NFC Championship
NFC
game.
Championship.
The
for
Red
the
Wings.
first time since what 1990?
1991.
Red
I
Wings
think.
aren't
Like
making
that.
the playoffs.
It was their first win since
Aren't they?
'92. I
The
believe.
Red
No.
Wings are in the wild.
The Red Wings
card
are
game.
second team
I
in the
think-
wild card, I believe. Whatever, they're fighting for that second spot right now.
Mhm.
I believe they're the
They-
top
they-
of that.
Last I checked, which was granted a week ago.
I'll check
they
right now.
were- They were the last team in the Eastern Conference.
They are
Last team.
And now we got the Tigers.
They are number 5 in the Atlantic Division. They have
Where
82
are they in the
points.
wild card race?
They're behind.
They're behind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Right now,
They were in that hunt for most of the year.
Yeah,
I guess maybe the winter sports aren't Detroit's cup of tea anymore.
But still,
But
if
then
you-
you have the Tigers starting 4-0. But
it's a tie.
I'd
call
the
me,
beginning of the year.
call me at the All-Star break and
Yeah.
ask me how
Mhm.
they're
The,
doing.
the All Star.
As of now-
It's a hot take now.
Where is
but-
the MLB All Star game this
as
year?
of now,
I think it's
Toronto.
I think it's in like
Toronto
Colorado.
is expected
Oh, they got
to be wild card.
Arlington.
oh,
Philadelphia
Arlington.
is expected to be wild card,
Rangers.
Oh.
Detroit got bumped.
and Detroit is fighting between themselves and Long Island and
The
Islanders.
Long Island.
The
Islanders.
Islanders have like 25 overtime losses.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're fighting Washington too.
Not no.
Yeah.
Washington is almost yeah,
Washington.
and also Washington.
Washington Capitals.
Washington-
All they have is a washed up Ovi.
And the
And then
wild card,
Nationals,
wild
And the
card
Nationals, too.
you had Juan Soto.
Washington D.C. Sports.
as of now.
Hold on.
The
I
wild,
gotta,
hold on. Wild card standings are Tampa Bay 1
John the Pork.
because they have 89 points, Washington 2, and
Mr. Pork.
Detroit 2 because they're tied at 82 points.
I gotta.
However, Washington has the tiebreaker.
I gotta go away from Detroit right now because I want to talk about Washington D.C. sports. Redskins.
I mean,
A
they're
They
joke.
should be
they're,
retracted.
they're interesting.
No, they're a
alright.
joke.
New owners. I don't know.
Joke.
And then you have the Nationals.
Joke.
Absolute joke. They should be moved back to Montreal. The Capitals.
Joke.
Pretty much
Pretty much a joke.
Pretty much a joke. Yeah.
Mhm.
All they have is a washed up Ovi, even though they're somehow.
He's actually playing pretty well at
I know.
this
but
back half of the
he's
season.
gonna retire next year.
What? He's like 45.
Yeah,
So-
honestly.
I think he's like 38. It's like
Yeah.
You know he's
Oh,
listed-
the age difference.
You know he's
34
listed as a couple years older. You know this, right?
What?
Ovechkin is listed as a couple years younger than he actually is.
Why?
Why? Because so basically a while ago when he was applying for the NHL draft, it was like he was playing like some sub league, like some minor league, and it was like under 20, and he was like 21 and was still playing in that league, and he listed himself as a year younger. And
Oh, so he redshirted himself.
Didn't
he's
Luka?
He's 38.
Didn't Luka lie about his issue or no?
Doncic?
Yeah.
It could have been.
You know, Ovechkin's 38.
The only reason,
And then you
So they say.
the only
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
why I think Washington
Oh boy.
the only reason why I say this, they just signed 20 players this offseason. Some big name guys too.
Yeah, just to have a mid-season, barely make the playoffs and losing the wild card.
Then again, this is the NFC least, so
Oh my.
No, nobody cares. About the
Nobody cares.
NFC East.
What a joke.
What a joke division. Cowboys.
The New York
Washington,
Giants.
The Giants. The Eagles.
and the
Who
Dallas
cares?
Cowgirls.
He said the Cowboys.
All right,
Yeah, New York football, Giants football, big blue.
NFL time.
No.
We might as well mention the breaking news.
yeah,
All right,
But do we really care?
I think so. Texas are basically winning the Super Bowl.
No. It's Houston. No.
well, actually, no. We said
You
this
get
all
you
about.
get an AFC championship loss to Kansas
Watch the
City.
Bills and Josh Allen go off now.
We
Yeah,
all said this when with the Lions and the Vikings a few years back when after the Lions had those horrible years and they actually had a team when they went like 11 and 6. Everyone said that they're gonna go pretty far and then they lost to the Giants first.
Detroit. You want to know something?
it's Detroit. It's
Houston,
different.
Houston is like Detroit. They make the championship game at most, and then they lose in heartbreaking fashion.
I mean,
Womp.
besides
Don't care.
Astros.
Anyways, our breaking news, Michael.
so breaking news: the Texans get Stephon Diggs from the Bills.
In a trade for multiple draft picks, Bills only received a draft pick, I believe, from Minnesota.
A second
Yeah.
round.
Yeah,
And,
clearly some locker room issues.
and it will be Stephon Diggs a revenge game coming for him
Yes.
because the Bills will travel to Houston at one point next year.
Gabe Davis is going to be the receiver one for the Bills now.
Gabe Davis is
And
not
it's-
even on the
that-
team.
Gabe Davis?
He's in
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
he's in
Got
Jacksonville.
traded.
Who's their receivers now?
It's Dalton
Shakir.
Kincaid season.
Khalil Shakir, right?
Oh yeah,
They're
it's
gonna-
the
they
Shakir kid.
trade up for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Over Arizona.
I don't know. They'll pull it off. They'll trade Josh Allen for him.
You're looking at Bears and you're looking at Commanders.
Josh Allen for
Redskins.
Kyler Murray.
Well-
No options are good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's. I feel like the Bills are done now.
Yeah.
Although they'll probably draft some receiver in the third round, and he'll end up going off for a year or two.
You get 3 or 4 year season with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, and you can't even make the damn Super.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
Just
don't
to
forget
lose
about one of the
back-to-back.
Don't forget about one of the best defenses.
You went to the playoffs how
They
many
were always
times
injured.
in that time span? And you
They made
cannot get
all
over.
those. Let me.
My only concern is that with the Texans is that C.J. Stroud has a Jonathan Taylor type of season the year after he put up remember that one game he put up 52 points
That's bad.
in one fantasy game. I feel like
I had
he
him
could
that game.
have
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
This is Josh
And I still
Allen.
lost that
Yo,
week.
this is Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs with the Bills together. Year 1, you make it to AFC Championship, you lose, and you know what happened in the next 3? All will lose in the divisional.
With 2 generational talents.
And they only made 1 AFC Championship game. Next 3 years after that, lost in divisional.
Well, if they knew how to
Yeah.
beat the Chiefs,
It doesn't matter.
I
They did it in the regular season. Why
obviously-
can't you do it in the playoffs?
Obviously, this is not as bad as their 4 lose Super Bowls in a row, but this has got to be
Well, yeah.
right under it.
This was their time,
This
their
was-
Super Bowl
yeah,
window.
This was their chance, and they blew it. Now I feel like we look towards the Texans
We do.
because who else really is going to be competing besides the Chiefs? Because
The New York Jets.
Jacksonville
Jets. Aaron Rodgers gonna play a full game this time.
No, he's gonna actually make a completion.
No, he won't.
And who's in the damn NFC? It's but
No one.
Exactly.
San Francisco.
San Francisco is.
Francisco,
They even
and
feel mid right now.
What a joke.
McCaffrey.
What a joke of a
Taking
league.
them
honestly.
So mid.
That's
They got
So
McCaffrey.
soft.
Honestly,
Last,
college football. That's what we
Alright.
need.
Yes.
Does anyone agree
I
with me
agree.
on this? Last year, had one of
Jim's
the
period
weakest
8
running
speed
back.
ball is better than NFL.
Last year was one of the weakest running back years in a while. No, there's no running back that broke 1,400 yards.
Well, because they were all getting paid $1,400.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're just getting paid pennies at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, now
The league has turned to
some of
passing.
Some of them are getting signed to.
Unless you're Lamar Jackson, you're not getting paid big money to run.
Mm-hmm. And he's not getting paid big money to only run.
Yeah.
Well. Anything else? We covered NHL a little bit.
Not-
I mean, I can just go.
I'm sure we'll cover that more when it comes
For
playoff
sure.
time.
Playoff time is in like what, 2 weeks at this point?
A week and a half.
Yeah.
I know we're weeks old,
We
but
need those Stanley Cup playoffs. to
Yeah,
come back, man.
Teams got
I know-
7 or 8 games left.
Devils are essentially out. They have
Devils are done.
Devils
The
are
Islanders,
theoretically
How are
out.
the Islanders doing?
the Islanders. I just said are in the fight
in the
for a wild card.
So that'll be pretty fun to watch, and then the Rangers.
Yeah,
are
wild card.
Rangers are Rangers.
the best team in the Eastern.
Oh, apparently, I
Conference
think
right
the Flyers are also in
Mhm.
the hunt.
now. Yeah, the Flyers. The Flyers will be fun to
They're like
watch.
the number 1.
Flyers.
out of the
Flyers are just barely out.
They're like 1 point
That's
out.
tough. What's the top 3 in the Atlantic? Or sorry,
I just had the NHL. So here, I'll reread it to you.
What's a Metro? I
The
just I just
Metro-
want to know about
The Metro top 3: Rangers at 104 points, 75 games played, 50 wins, 21 losses, 4 overtime losses. Carolina, 75 games played, 47 wins, 21 losses, and 7 overtime losses. And Philadelphia in third with 36 wins, 29 losses, and 11 overtime losses.
Isn't it the top 3 in each division make it?
No, they changed it.
Well, why does the wild card show top 3?
So-
What do they change?
So basically, they changed that. So they changed
What was
that
that?
any team from any division is able to play within their overall conference, like Eastern Conference, Western Conference. So
it's the top 8 in the
as of
conference.
now, the East wild card is Tampa Bay and Washington. Tampa Bay pretty much has it on locks. They're at 89 points. Everyone has 82 or below.
So they're probably playing New York, I would think.
And then Nashville and Las Vegas are 1 and 2 with St. Louis closely behind them at 84 points.
St. Louis.
I don't understand this because ESPN, when you go to the wild card section, it shows the top 3 in each division and then the 2 wild cards. And then what you're saying,
Yeah, I'm reading off ESPN.
yeah. So wouldn't the Flyers be in since they're
No,
third
they
in
changed
Metro?
the rule. I was just explaining it
so
to you.
Yeah, but I still don't get it. It's the conference.
So
the-
you know how there's the East and West
Yeah.
Western Conference. Instead of having the third team from each division, they have the best team from any from the third best team from any division,
Yeah.
and it's like that.
So
So say the let's say Washington is winning by has 84, while the Flyers and going into has 84 points going into the playoffs, and the Flyers have 83. No matter what, Washington is still in.
Okay. But right now the Flyers are ahead of
Ooh.
Washington. They have 83. Washington is 82.
82, yeah.
So the Flyers should be in, right?
Flyers, I think. I'm not sure actually. It's not showing
Yeah.
anything.
Let's see. Stanley Cup playoff pictures.
Sorry, really quick. I was looking at
It's
the
showing
stats.
Tampa Bay and Washington.
I hope that's not true because that would be a rub.
Wait, maybe it's top 3 teams.
Guys,
I think it's top
Yeah,
three
it's
teams
top
in
3
each
teams
division.
make it.
guys, there are two guys, Nathan McKinnon.
And then there's 2 wild cards from each
Yeah.
division. Yeah.
Kucherov and McKinnon both have 127 points. McDavid has 126. We could have who do you
I
think
don't care.
So I think they're waiting on.
Are any of them on the Rangers?
No, Panarin
Thank you.
is
Goodbye.
number 4.
They're
I feel like
waiting.
the only
They're
thing
waiting. They're
kinda-
waiting on Toronto to hit 100 points to clinch, and then they're waiting on Philadelphia to have enough of a point gap
I feel like
to be able to technically clinch.
the only real interesting thing besides the Stanley Cup is the Calder Cup, but we know not McDavid. Bedard is probably gonna win it because Bedard is Bedard. But
He
Luke
also has
Hughes is right behind him
he has
because he's the best out of
Bedard
all
has-
rookie defensive men.
Bedard has 20 more points than he is.
Bedard is winning Calder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but we know.
Who's winning Vezina or Vezina
I
this year?
don't know.
Ooh, guys,
That's a question.
do you think Austin Matthews?
I think Hellebuyck.
How many goals do you think Austin Matthews is gonna get? He's at 62.
How many
Austin
games left?
Matthews.
Does he have, like,
8 games left to
He was
score
on-
8 goals.
He was on pace to
I-
get 66.
I can
but he's
see
gonna
it.
get that.
I think he's gonna get
How
70.
many? How many? is the
Who's our
most of the
opponents?
season?
That's the
It's
question.
like 90.
Gretzky.
It was right.
It's like
Gretzky.
going on 100.
It was Gretzky
Let
with
me
like
look at
He
95.
scored a goal a game, more than a goal a game.
No, he was like 96.
That's crazy.
It was Gretzky.
That's
Gretzky had like
It has to
96.
be.
Oh, it was Gretzky, but
What a surprise.
yeah, it was, no, it was
You got.
Bro was trying to
I
make
feel
it.
like Matthews could be it because you got.
it was Gretzky with 92, and then he did the and then the following year he had 87.
Matthews, I think could get it, but they need to like do. He needs
Matthews
to do a
is
lot
getting it
in these early,
170.
in these
Yeah.
last few games. He needs to do good in these first
Matthews
ones.
is joining 70, 100.
You got
Yeah.
you got Lightning, Canadians, Penguins, Devils twice back to back, Red Wings, Panthers, and then Lightning again.
Wait, let me see their schedule.
Austin Matthews has a 28th best
Lightning,
goal scorer in
Canadians,
a season.
Habs,
I feel like
Penguins. Oh, he's absolutely gonna do it with his schedule. He's gonna score like 3 against the Devils each night.
Yep.
He's gonna get at least 200. He's
You
probably
see,
gonna get
what made the Stanley Cup playoffs goated last year was we had Rangers Devils first
Yeah.
round. This
Yeah.
year,
this year.
This
I know
year-
I'll still watch it because it's the best playoffs in professional sports. But
Your team's not in it.
I think this playoff is gonna be really good.
I wouldn't care as much if it was Devils against
Damn.
Detroit rather than Devils against the
Mm-hmm.
Rangers. I mean, it's gonna be the same this year. I'm still gonna care, but it's
Yeah.
not, it's
I mean,
not gonna be as
I
much.
think the playoffs this year are going to be significantly better than last year, even though last year's playoffs were really good.
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm.
I hope so.
Gonna, I feel like I'm really gonna be watching
Like
to
last
watch.
year's playoffs were a bit mid.
No, you had Florida beating Boston in
Mhm.
7 in overtime.
Yep, at Boston.
You had Rangers Devils.
No,
first
but like, but
round.
after the first
And
And
round was
also
good.
Boston-
everything after the
Boston-
first round.
That's-
was-
yeah.
Boston had one of the best seasons as
the
for a
best.
team.
Yes.
the best.
The best season
Yeah.
for a
Oh, wait,
team
there was
ever.
the Dallas
Panthers
and
were President's Trophy
Golden
winners.
Knights.
No, they
that
weren't.
series.
That was a good series.
That was
It went
Boston.
back
that
back.
was Boston.
It was
Oh, it
super
was
close.
Boston.
Went to game
Boston
7.
had like
It was
100.
Boston.
Why are you bringing up Vegas?
I didn't bring up Vegas. I said
No, I
President's
said
Trophy.
there was.
Oh,
I said
God.
one of the
My
good
God.
one of the good series last year was Dallas Golden Knights.
Yeah. Well, the playoffs last year were pretty good,
Dang.
even though everything after the first round wasn't.
If I'm not mistaken, I
If I'm being
believe
honest, I'm already waiting for that MLB NLCS on Fox with
Of
Joe
course you
Davis.
are.
Yeah.
You always wait.
Boston had
you've been hyping
135
up March
points
Madness
last year.
since September, and now you just don't care.
Hold on,
when
let me
it's
make a
over.
point real quick. Let
Like,
me make
what,
a point real quick.
What goes through your head?
Let me make a point real quick.
Oh,
The
I'll stop.
135-point Boston Bruins got out to a basically no-name Florida Panthers
they were
team
up 3-0.
3-0.
Yes,
reverse sweep.
yes.
Then
And
again,
first
and then
round.
the
Who are you?
overtime in
Who
Game
are you
7.
making your point to?
No, because Sean was like the playoffs.
Yeah,
last year
after
were
the
kinda
first
Said
mid.
round.
after the first round.
Oh,
you
after
didn't
the
hear
first
that.
round, yeah, I can kind of
You
see
didn't
that.
hear that.
Guys, Gretzky had 212 points in his 92-goal season. That's
Good
crazy.
for him.
It's
Do we
Wayne
care
Gretzky,
about
bro.
1984?
I know, but
Let's
still.
bring up Tiger Woods stats.
Exactly.
I could do that.
Exactly. Let's bring up Rafa Nadal's stats in a
So that's
basketball
challenge. I'll
segment.
find them.
Yeah.
That's because
Oh,
that's
Tiger
exactly,
Woods.
that's exactly what he
season
does.
starting. I'm happy.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiger Woods 2019 Masters.
When's Roland Garros? Is that happening?
Woods
That's in May.
Okay.
So that's next month.
Oh yeah, who's winning the Masters at Augusta?
Woods has
I don't
39
care,
and
but I do
11
care
records
because
and
it's
leading
Vern's last
56
broadcast.
Jordan
That's what we did
Spieth.
that.
Nah.
I'll be watching Saturday and Sunday because that.
You
is
know who I want to
Vern's
win
last
Masters?
broadcast.
Spieth, Jordan Spieth.
That'd be pretty funny.
Imagine.
He needs his redemption. Bro has been trying to get his redemption for like 5 years.
We need a
Trying to get
Rory
his redemption
McIlroy
arc.
Masters win.
No, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Watch
Hold on.
Joey Finau.
Let me do my calculated for a second. Bro has been trying to get his redemption 8 years since 2016.
This bet calculation.
Because no. In the 2016 Masters, he was gonna win it, but then he absolutely just started playing bad and he lost the lead. He
Sean
was gonna
becomes a
win it
TI-80
back-to-back.
calculator when it comes to sports.
Yep.
Watch like Tony Finau.
No, we need a Rory McIlroy
That would be
jacket.
crazy.
We need that.
That's the only one he needs. I think.
Will he ever get it?
Will Sheffield
Probably
win
not.
again?
Scheffler win would be fun because he's from Montvale.
No,
He is.
Yeah.
Born in Montvale.
He was born here, then moved to Texas
Grew
when
up
he
in
was 5.
Texas. Mhm.
Yeah, we had the project in history.
Yep. Mhm.
When he was 5, he moved to Texas. Also, Kyle
Palmieri.
yeah, he grew up here
Yeah.
and grew up.
Yeah,
he
I knew
worked-
that
he
since
worked-
like
He
second
worked at
grade,
the
alright?
Yeah, well, not only that, he started playing hockey with playing street hockey with his friends.
Gentlemen.
And he went to Jim
So
Memorial
who were yours
Elementary
on the
School.
league?
Memorial.
Who's he?
Oh, he had to go to
Sean
Gilstone.
Joseph Barry.
He had to go to
Ooh,
Gilstone.
he had to go to Fieldstone.
Like, I mean, we had to
Ooh.
too, but like,
Yeah, but
oh.
and he had to go here. Actually, he probably went to Bosco. or
Oh.
something.
I think
He had the
Rory
Tommy
just
DeVito
needs to win the
treatment.
Masters, and then he has all 4. He took his
Scheffler.
no
Or Rory?
McIlroy, because he has the PGA Championship,
Yeah,
the
he
Open
needs-
Championship, and the U.S. Open.
U.S. Open. So he just needs the green jacket.
Yeah, he won the PGA Championship twice.
Has he won the Players?
No. Oh, just PGA
Ooh.
Open. The
That's-
Open Championship and the U.S. Open.
It's the 5th major, but we don't care. All right. Masters is the Masters next weekend or this weekend?
11th. It's the
12th and
weekend
13th, I
11th,
thought.
14th.
Okay,
And
so
ours-
that'll start the day after.
Our
next
spring break
week's
is
show.
April 20th.
I'll be in.
You know, it's
Hawaii.
I'm gonna be in the mental lab.
Thursday, April 11th.
I'm not wrong though.
You are wrong.
If we have another amazing round 4 like we did last year,
I think I'm going to watch it either way because it's very.
remember
nice.
Phil
Jordan
Mickelson?
Spieth.
Remember his comeback?
Mhm.
He had like a minus
He almost
8
got
that
it.
day, and came in within 2 strokes.
But Koepka still won, right?
No, Koepka lost. It was
Oh no,
Scheffler.
yeah.
Scheffler
Koepka
took
lost
over.
to Scheffler.
Brooks Koepka had a 6-stroke lead, I think, coming into that round, and I think he shot like 2 under, where Scheffler hit like 10 under.
So
Rom. Another
John
Rom.
Rahm.
John Rahm.
John
year.
Rombaum.
Is
I
it
can't
another
believe-
John Rahm year?
We'll see. I think it should be a good tournament. We'll talk about it next week,
Yeah,
along with a lot of NHL, I presume.
for sure.
Breakdown of the Final Four in the
Oh,
National
wait.
Championship. And probably not MLB because who cares?
Wait, no,
when
it
you
was
get
John
to
Rahm
game
won.
20.
John Rahm won.
Yeah,
last
John
year.
Rahm.
Yankees and
MLB
Brewers.
will be on season
Ah,
3.
Yankees and Brewers do play each other on April 26th.
Nah, who cares?
Who brought up Scotty Scheffler?
Brewers will probably win. Brewers will probably
Brewers are home.
sweep. Yeah, home sweep for Milwaukee.
All the Yankee fans.
We'll see. That's
Yeah,
probably
look,
what'll
Oh, we
Brooks
didn't.
Koepka went +3 in the final round.
Yo.
John Rahm won
Yo.
-3.
We forgot to say something about the Duke fans and bad.
Oh, right.
Duke.
To end it, for all of you
For all
at
of you.
Pascack Hills and across the world
Who are
who
Duke?
bandwagon right on to Durham, North Carolina, and the Duke Blue Devils every year, the same result. We must say,
Duke,
what happened?
Thank you for watching the Pascack Clutch podcast. That's
Merry
a very
Christmas.
good way
No.
to end it. God bless America. Merry
God
Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving.
Show me.
Happy
April
New Year.
Fools. Whatever. Happy happy Easter, by the way. That
Yeah.
we missed that, and Passover's coming up this
Yeah,
weekend or
couple
next
weeks,
weekend. So
2
happy
weeks.
Passover and happy Easter to those of you who celebrate.
Next coming up, Fox Prime
Fox
Time.
Prime Time Speedball for me and Sean as we go to
Yeah.
gym. Thank you all for joining us here on PH Athletics. Stay tuned here because this will be your home for baseball and softball this spring season. You'll have those tape delayed usually the morning after those games. So for Alex McKay, Sam Koppelman, Michael McKay, Sean Barry, I'm Matthew Merlino. We'll see you next Wednesday. Hopefully, probably something will come up. So just keep it here on PH Athletics.
We'll be more hype next week.